welcome to the Lalantia show. Today I am coming on to talk about the Atlantean Dragons. And I hadn't really been intending on recording a video, but I was making a list of my to-do things for this coming week, and they just started coming in, and it was so strong, and I was like, I can't not do it right this minute because their energy is just really powerful in this moment, and it became very clear to me that it's very important to talk about this right now. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Lalantia. I'm a psychic realm channeler and energy healer, and I specialize in working with the magical realms, so I work with dragons, unicorns, mermaids, fairies, all of the different magical guides. And I also work with ascended masters. I work with Merlin a lot. I work with all different kinds of beings. I work with galactic beings. I work with elementals of all kinds. Like, I work with so many different energies, but I do specialize in working with magical realms. So, excuse me, everything that I do is about connecting you more deeply with who you really truly are and healing the traumas of our past so that we can step into the energy of the new earth, becoming our true selves once again, remembering who we really truly are. So I just do this with these beings who can offer us insight and help us to connect more deeply with our own magic. So I have been working with a lot of people around healing trauma from Atlantis. And I first connected with the Atlantean Dragons about maybe 5 years ago. And the first time that I connected with them, it was so strong. It was a very emotional connection. I cried so much because the energy was just super intense. And there was a very strong remembrance. And they told me, when I first started working with dragons, they had told me of different past lives that we had worked together, and Atlantis was one of them. And they also told me that it's part of my mission and purpose to bring forward the information and guidance in regards to Atlantis and the things that we are healing that happened in Atlantis, and have some of it has repeated since then. It may look different, but it's repeated. The energy of it has repeated. So I see the Atlantean Dragons generally as very gold in color. Sometimes they have kind of a brownish hue to them. I see them as, like, I don't want to say, they're not like enormous. Like some dragons I see like the size of cities, or just like absolutely enormous. And I do see them like more of a size where you can actually like climb onto their back and ride them. But they are very high vibrational being. So just a reminder, if you don't already know, dragons exist in all realms. They come from all different dimensions. Excuse me. So they come in lots and lots of different energies. The Atlantean Dragons are very high vibration. I believe when I had channeled before, they had told me 12th dimension. So they are very high dimensionally. So that means that they can be a little bit harder to connect with, but they have been coming forward really strong. So I feel like it's become much easier for us as humans in a much lower vibration, a much lower dimension, to still be able to connect with them. Like, they've been kind of reawakening that energy within us so that we can recognize them or recognize their energy. So the reason that they're coming forward so strong at this time is because of the healing that we are doing in regards to Atlantis. And they are helping us to heal the trauma from Atlantis, and they're helping us to remember our power again, because we gave away so much of our power in that time, or many of us gave away so much of our power, or felt like we became powerless. And this actually came up with a client recently as well. So it feels important to address this because she's definitely not the first one that has been feeling this. We are being asked to release that trauma so that we can take back our power, and so that we can stand up for what we believe in, to speak our truth, and to be the change that is needed on earth at this time. Now, connecting with the Atlantean Dragons can be hard for some people. It can be simple for others. And it just is about what you put into it, what you believe in. Everybody's energy is different. You know, if you're holding fear about connecting with them, then you're going to push them away. But if you are in your power about connecting with them, you believe that it's simple to do, that you can absolutely make that connection, then it may be a little bit easier for you. The Atlantean Dragons, for many of us, were very close companions in Atlantis. We worked with them in lots of different ways. And when the fall of Atlantis began, they kind of just had to retreat, I guess, just like many other dragons and many other um, magical beings. They retreated so that they wouldn't be. It's like they couldn't. How do I explain this? The vibration of the earth changed so drastically and became such a dense frequency that they no longer really, I guess, resonated with the energy here. And it was like um, their time of like the golden age of Atlantis, you know, was very, very strong positive energy for them. But then when the fall of Atlantis began, it was no longer in alignment, I guess, for them to be here. It was no longer safe for them. And like other magical beings who had to retreat, they just kind of went away or they retreated out of the physical world. We'll put it that way. I didn't take any notes before I did this video. Oftentimes I do take notes when I do my videos because I want to make sure that I cover everything, but it just, when they came in, it was just such an emotional experience for me. And I'm just like, you know what, I'm just going to go in, I'm going to do the video, and I'm just going to go as I'm called. So there is a feminine energy, Atlantean dragon, that is presenting herself. And she's talking about the importance of them coming forward now as we create the new earth and helping us as we heal the trauma from Atlantis and the things that began in Atlantis that you know may have been repeated over and over and over in lifetimes, but also to recognize what we really want to create. So remembering the golden age of Atlantis and the power that we held, the things that we did, that energy that we worked in when we were in our power, when we showed up fully as our authentic selves and were able to live an aligned life, doing the things that we were most deeply connected to, most deeply resonated with. And she's saying that they're here to help us to remember that and to remember that power that we had when we were most in alignment with ourselves. And so for many, 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 many lifetimes, we have been very disconnected from who we really truly are. And it is time for us now to remember, because we are creating the new earth, a place where we no longer have to be in the energy of lack and fear, where we can recognize that we can always trust and know that everything is provided for us. We can manifest and create anything that is in alignment with our soul. So some things we may be trying to create that aren't really in alignment with our soul. So that's why it's so important to be connected to our soul. Let me see what else she wants to talk about. She's talking about this heart-centered space of being, and that we need to remember to be more deeply connected to our hearts and to feel the love again, to feel the remembrance of what love really is, because we've been in so much fear for so long. And she wants us to remember that we don't have to be afraid, that the fear isn't who we really truly are. Our soul knows, and our higher self knows, and we don't have to be afraid all of the time anymore. She's talking about that wisdom that we hold in our heart and when we're connected to our heart. But there's also a lot of energy in the solar plexus around, you know, being in our power and recognizing our power, and that we don't need to keep giving it away to the fear that we've been feeling. So it's all connected, but we have a lot of fear in our heart around opening ourselves up to our gifts and our abilities and the things that we are here to do, the change that we're meant to make in this world. Now, you incarnated at this time on earth for a reason. You were selected and chose to come here to be a part of the change in the world. It is not an easy time to incarnate on earth, but you chose this for a reason. And that means that you are very, very strong. Even if you aren't feeling like you are strong, you are stronger than you believe you are. And it's important to remember that strength and to connect with that strength. And the support that we have is vast. We have so much support. Dragons are some of the most incredible energies we can connect with at this time as we heal and we move into the 5D and into the new earth energy. As we create this new world and we step into it. But the healing has to happen with it, and they are here to help us with the healing. The Atlantean Dragons, they can understand a lot of this healing more than some other dragons, especially in regards to the things that happened in Atlantis, because they were there. They were there, so they know the pain and the suffering and the horrors that many of us went through. They know that many of us need to forgive, and many of us need to move through some deep trauma. And they're here to support us through that. They may be 12th dimension, a very, very high vibrational energy, but they understand more than many other dragons in regards to the things that we went through in Atlantis, specifically in Atlantis. Now, the Atlantean dragons weren't the only dragons that were present in Atlantis by what I understand or what I feel myself. Nobody has told me anything about it, but of course there were still earth dragons and water dragons and all these other dragons, but the Atlantean dragons are a specific energy. They are very different from the others. They are very good at transmuting energy. They're very good at helping us connect with our heart and with our power. They worked with us very much in the work that we did in Atlantis. It was very specific in the work that we did in Atlantis. So you may have been a specific kind of healer or priestess, or you may have worked with dragons specifically in some work. Like there's so many different things, but they help us more with that Atlantean energy and the things that we're healing and the power that we're taking back and standing in and the wisdom that we are reconnecting with. So it's time for us to remember our power and to heal this trauma from Atlantis. I have been called a lot more this year to do a lot more healings and different programs with regards to Atlantis and the things that we went through in Atlantis. And they're speaking about the importance of talking about this and continuing to talk about it so that people understand more about, how much of that trauma we are still holding on to. In Atlantis, before Atlantis fell, after the Golden Age, when things began to go downhill, there was a lot of really, really difficult, bad, traumatic, horrific things that happened. And many of those things continued on. And while some of it is more hidden, it has become more hidden. I have no other way of explaining it. More underground, I guess. A lot of it is still happening. And it is within our power to change this, but we have to heal within ourselves. And as we heal within ourselves, we come more deeply in alignment with our soul and who we really truly are, that we're able to show up and we're able to help more people in their healing. Now, you may feel like you are just one person, and how can you affect the world just by doing your own healing? Now, you have to understand the power in this. You are a part of the collective. Now, if each and every one of you does your healing work and you show up and you connect more deeply with yourself and you let go of the traumas of the past, and you stand more in your power and you live more from your heart, then you're going to be able to help others do the same. It is a ripple effect. And it doesn't have to take a long time, but you do have to commit some time, some effort, some energy to it. You can't just expect it to happen magically on its own. You have to do the work, and you have to be willing to release that energy from the past. Now, Connecting with the Atlantean dragons, like I said in the beginning, can be simple for some and it can be hard for others. Now, it's not actually hard to connect with them, but it's going to be your own beliefs or your own fears that may keep you from doing it. Now, I have created meditations in the past to connect with the Atlantean dragons, and in my membership group, we actually did a 3-day program. It was like 3 different journeys where we traveled to Atlantis for some deep healing work. And that is always available in my membership group for anyone who joins at any point in time. But I may be called to do a meditation with the Atlantean dragons. If you would like that, then post below that you would like that. But if you want to go deeper with it or to connect more deeply, please check out my group Sorceress's Circle, or reach out to me for a session or to work together in some way, or just reach out and say, I'm really called, I want to learn more, I'm feeling called to working with you, but I don't know, in what way I should do that. Like, I'm happy to have a conversation with you with no strings attached. I know that as I record these videos, the energy is going out that it's meant to reach particular people to help them to remember and connect with that energy. When you feel that pull and you feel that connection, or you want to know more, or you really deeply resonate with my energy or what I'm sharing, it's all for a reason. So please don't be afraid to reach out and just have a conversation with me. I'm happy to talk, and I know that there is always a reason for that pull that you are feeling. And maybe it's just about watching more of my videos and there's things that I'm helping you to remember or connect with, but maybe it's meant to go deeper. So I just invite you to reach out if you want to know more, or you want to connect more deeply, or whatever it may be. I think that that's everything that I want to share about the Atlantean dragons right now. Let me just check and see. She's just bringing in this energy to connect with your heart more. And I feel like when you're watching this video, if you just take a moment to come back to yourself, to breathe into your heart, open your heart and open yourself to receive and feel the energy of this beautiful Atlantean dragon. She is going to come forward for you. Her name is Aurora, or that is the name that she's giving me at this moment. And she's bathing you in this beautiful golden light. And she's helping you to open your heart space, and to awaken a remembrance within you. You are safe to remember. You are safe to remember. And just breathe and allow this energy to flow through you. You may see her, feel her, you may just know that she is there. Remember that everybody can receive the energy in different ways. She's bringing in a lot of energy around you are safe. You are safe. And it's okay. It's okay to let go. She's talking about how we created, or we became, more in a place of fight or flight during this time of Atlantis when the traumatic events occurred. So for many of you, that fight or flight has been happening for so long that you don't know. It's like you've forgotten anything different, and it's time now to let yourself feel safe. It's okay to be in your body, to be fully present here, to live in each moment. It's okay to feel safe and secure. It's time to let go of the fight or flight energy so that you can feel safe in your body once again, that you can feel safe to be your authentic self, and to shine your light into the world. It's okay to be at peace. You're safe to be at peace. And it's okay and safe to stand in your power and to speak your truth. You are called now and invited to step forward, embodying your true self and the energy of who you really truly are. It's okay to shed the past. You are supported and you are loved. Now, this whole time, she's just wrapping this energy around you. You may feel it or see it or know it. You may hear her voice or you may not. She doesn't talk a lot. She's also sending in this golden orb into your third eye. And you may begin to feel this pressure as it begins to clear and open. Just breathe. Allow this energy to integrate and flow through you. You can sit with this for as long as you like, and I will leave you there so that you can continue to connect with her if you desire. But like I said before, if you'd like to connect deeper, please reach out. Thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.